HMS, we have a special benefit of full-fledged ERP system, we can say. The biggest thing is that you will have a full-fledged stock, sales, CRM, and other functionalities if you are willing to utilize them, e-commerce and other functionalities. Apart from that, we have built for all the flows of HMS over here in our solution. Our solution is built in the modular structure. So based on the need, you can install the specific modules and use them in your solution. It is not like other solutions that you have to install only one app and all the functionality will be installed and you will have a clutter everywhere in your system. It is not like that. If you are just using the solution for the clinic, you can install the basic module and you have a related functionality like appointment, treatment and prescription and related stuff. If you are running a bigger hospital, then you can install hospitalization module and related other modules also, like surgery, insurance. And if you have any specialties also, then those specialty modules can be installed. So based on the need, we can install all the modules whichever we need from the apps over here, or you can purchase the related modules and install them. So you will not have any clutter, or we can say that you will not have not needed menus and the functionalities in your system. It will be very neat and clean, so user will be less confused over there. Let's see the basic flows of HMS in today's demo session. We will try to cover maximum basic possible flows, but as we said before that our HMS is very big, which is built with 80 plus modules, so it will be not easy to cover all the flows in detail, but we will try to cover basics so you can understand the possibilities to cover flows in our HMS, or we can say the functionalities. So let's explore the basic flows in our HMS. Majorly for any hospital management system, the basic flows are like OPD and IPD. For any smaller clinic, there will be always a OPD, or we can say that appointments for the consultation and related flow. So let's go for the basic OPD flow, how it works in our HMS. It is very common to have that flow in the system. So we will go through the basic flow first, and then we will see some needed configuration parts also for that. So let's say that when we are managing any clinic or hospital, there will be a OPD department where doctors do the consultation of the patients. So manage that flow. There will be multiple possibilities that how we take an appointment for the consultation. So for that, we can say that we will have 4 possibilities at the moment, that we can take booking from the mobile app. Yes, we have a mobile app. So mobile app can be used. Patient can book an appointment from the mobile app itself. Then second possibility is that we have a website. So from the website also, that users can book an appointment. Another option to book appointment is website appointment booking. Over here we have a flow to book appointments directly from the website. We have a separate video for that. You can go through that video to have more detail on the website appointment booking. Then third flow is, or third option is, that whenever any patient want to book appointment, they will be calling to the receptionist in the hospital and they will be booking a appointment. And fourth and most common option is there will be a direct walking into the hospital. As you know that it is not like pre-planned appointments can be there for all the cases. It is very common that whenever anyone is ill, they will be walking into the hospital. So most commonly used option is walking into the hospital. For such a kind of options, as we seen that we have mobile app, website option and backend option over here. So whenever we are managing this flow, whenever any patient is calling on the reception number or walking into the hospital, reception will do one thing, that they will go to the patient's menu over here. They will search the patient by the name or the mobile number, whichever option suits them. If we have a multiple patient with the same name like Nita or so, then it would be hard to search by name. In such a case, they can search by the mobile number over here. We have other search options also, like government identity and related stuff, so easily we can filter out the relevant patient without any issues. Okay, and this is a patient overview where we can see the basic details of the patient. Okay, if let's say that they got the patient for which they wanted to book a appointment. Let's say that Ronak is calling on the mobile, and he want to book a appointment with another doctor. So in such a case, they will directly go to this patient, open the form and click on the appointment. If that patient does not exist in the system, in such a case, they will create a new patient and they will fill the basic information in the system over here, like gender and name, birth date and related address and related stuff over here. Let's see that basic information whichever we are covering before going for the further flow of the appointment. Over here we take the name of the patient, then based on the given birth date, automatically system will calculate the age. Then we have over here identification code, which will be system generated, and it will be managed by the system only. If we need, we can change the identification code number also over here from the general setting, so your preferred sequence will be there. We can set primary care doctors over here. Whichever is primary care doctor, we can say that it is like a family doctor. So whenever we are creating any new appointment for the patient, it will take automatically this primary care doctor as a consultant. If they want to book appointment for another doctor, that can be changed. We have over here this departments field, which adds one more security layer in our solution. If we have given any departments over here, let's say that cardiology department or gynecology department, then this patient will be visible to the user whoever have access to cardiology or gynecology department. Otherwise this patient will not be visible to other users. So this is another security layer in our hospital management system, we can say. That will be very beneficial when we do not want to share the other department patient details with other departments. If we are not setting any department over here, that means that patient will be available to access by all the department users. We can use the tags over here. We will be just going through the basic fields whichever have a more business logic behind that. We are not going through each and every field of patient form over here to save the time. Okay, so address and mobile number and related stuff can be configured. If we are offering specialized pricing to the patient, then price lists can be used, which can be very useful when we are running a hospital in full-fledged with some discounting and related stuff. If patient is married, then spouse details can be also entered over here. Passport number and nationality and related information. So these are the basic information about the patient which we can cover. If we are using a system with the webcam and if we want to capture the image of the patient, we can just use this option to take a picture, and using a webcam you can take the picture of the patient and set it over here. In second tab we have hospital information, where we can see if we are managing multiple hospitals in a single database. If we have, then in such a case that if that patient belongs to the specific hospital, that can be configured over here. Blood group and related informations are there. Okay, we have corporate tie-up flow and related stuff also. If we are providing any specific rewards or commission to the referring doctor, in such a case we can enter those basic details over here. So based on this referring doctor, we can have a analysis that what exact refers we have received from other doctors and related stuff. And then we have a very beautiful feature over here. We can say that clinical assessment. Over here we will able to see all the patient evaluations, and here it will show the most recent done evaluation of the patient. Let's say that whenever patient is visiting our clinic or hospital, we will be taking some basic evaluations like what is the respiratory rate, height, weight, temperature of the body, SpO2 level and related stuff. So whatever evaluations we take, we will able to see over here directly that what is the last weight of the patient or something like that. So we can manage it very easily. All the evaluations can be seen directly from this smart button, also from this evaluation option. So let's create one evaluation. Let's say that patient is visiting a hospital today and their weight is, let's say that 71 kg, 161, temperature is 101, that high temperature, and accordingly other information can be also updated over here. We can have a body mass index information also. Based on the height and weight, or it will automatically calculate the BMI index of the patient, and we can set the pain level also. If they have a different pain, then we can set it, and accordingly it will show the pain level on the patient also. Then we have let's go back and see that it shows us all the information in the last evaluation which we entered over here automatically. So when any doctor or representative is accessing the patient profile, they will able to see the details very easily about the last evaluation. And we have an option to see the evaluation charts also. So when we click on this, they will able to see all the evaluations by each and every parameter. Currently we do not have any details to show, so the graphs are blank, but based on the entered values it will automatically show the full-fledged graph. We can change the filters also over here, like today, this week, until now, so proper graphs can be seen. We have these buttons to filter the details. So let's go back to that. Then we have a disease tab. Over here we will able to set the medical alerts of the patient. If any medical alert is there for the patient, like diabetic patient, high blood pressure patient, or any allergy is there, then we can set it over here. And whenever we are creating a new appointment for the patient or the prescription, that information will be visible on the top of the form, so doctor can understand that okay, there is some medical alerts for this patient, and they can treat patient accordingly. Like if this patient is diabetic, they cannot perform any single surgery or the smaller surgery also without checking the diabetes or the diabetic status. So this will be very helpful when we are using the system for the doctors. Then past medical history can be covered, disease histories will be there, family disease history, then genetic risk, all the information is there related to the disease, and this information can be gathered on the patient level, so it can be helpful when we are treating any patient. Then we will have some other specialty related tabs also, like gynecology, aesthetic also. These are the specifically information related to the aesthetic. We are not going in deep for that. Then we have another last field, or the tab we can say, where we can enter the basic details about the family members. So if we have a multiple patient registered from the same family, then we can link them together over here with the relation, and with that it will be very useful or easy for them to link them together. Like if there is a mother child relation with Ronak and this Nita Kesha, so automatically when Nita Kesha logs in their user portal, they will able to see all the appointments or the related information of the Ronak also. And in other cases also, in case of emergency also, we can directly contact their family members also. So this can be very helpful, and this will manage the inverse relation on the patient, other patient also. Like if we go on the Nita Kesha, it will show like their son name is Ronak R. Trivedi. So such a relation is maintained over there. Now let's go back on our flow of the appointment. Before that, we can see this, all the smart buttons are there. These smart buttons will be useful when we are evaluating, or if we want to gather any information about a patient. We do not need to go to the separate menus to get information. It will very easy, just you have to open the any patient, and then from the patient level itself you have to just click on the relevant button and you will get the information. Like if you want to see that how many appointments are there for the patient, you have to just click on this and you will get that okay, there are this many information appointments are there for the patient. Then we can have another information like how many hospitalizations are there, how many invoices and dues are there. So all such a related information related to the medical sector or medical stuff that can be seen directly from here. You do not need to go to any other menus if you want to see patient related information specifically. That will be very helpful. Now let's say that they want to book the appointment. So the reception will click on that and they will check if any existing appointment is there. Let's say that this is not relevant or maybe the older, so we can cancel it. And let's create a new appointment for the today itself. Okay, so when we click on the new appointment, it will automatically take current date and time over here. Duration will be also there, a patient name, age, and the physician. Everything is pre-filled automatically. So over here we can save the time of the relevant reception or the relevant guy whoever is booking the appointment. They have to just change the details if it is related to another date, like let's say that they want to schedule a appointment for another date, not right now or the today, then they can change it accordingly. Otherwise, if it is a direct walk-in, then it would be very easy, just they have to book the appointment and go ahead. They can select the relevant physician and it will do the job. If they want to book appointment for any other date also, then you can select the scheduled date, let's say that 3rd of the December, and it will show available slots also. If we are using the online appointment booking flow, then in such a case we can be on the same page by selecting a specific slot, and when we select a slot, it will automatically update the relevant dates also. We are not going on that flow. Then we have consultation room. If we have multiple consultation rooms in our hospital, we can select the relevant one over here, where to wherever this patient have to go. And over here we can set the purpose, like if this patient is visiting for the consultation or reports or maybe any certification or tracing or whatever their purpose they have, that can be configured and selected over here. So doctors will have more clear information that for which purpose this patient is visiting. We have a waiting time and the consultation times over here. We will be coming back to that. Let's say that all the selected time and everything is fine, so we confirm the appointment. Once we confirm the appointment, this red bar is there, which is medical alert, as we discussed. Creating a new appointment, definitely they will be entering a basic chief complaint, like for which purpose they are visiting or what exact issues they are facing. So let's say that vomiting or whatever they have. Then history of the present illness, since how many days maybe they are facing such a illness, and past medical history if such issue they had in the past also. Let's say that 2 times in last 6 months. So these are the basic information about the appointment, so they can doctor can understand very easily that what exact issue the patient is facing or the what illness is there. If there is any extra information which cannot be covered in these 2 or 3 fields, that can be entered in the notes so doctor can understand it. Then we have a clinical assessment. So let's say that appointment is confirmed and patient is waiting in our waiting area. So when we click on the waiting screen, it will automatically start the timer over here. For the waiting timer, we call it waiting timer. This will be very helpful to improvise our services. Let's say that the patient have to wait for 2 hours to have a consultation of 10 minutes, then it is not good for our hospital services. We can improvise it. Maybe we can take some steps so that patient have to not wait for 2 hours. Maybe they can wait for 10 or 15 minutes or something like that, and they can complete the consultation. So using this analytical data, we will be able to improvise our services offered to the patient. For that purpose only we are using these fields. Then once the patient is waiting, during that time junior doctor or the nurse can take the evaluation. As we seen on the patient form also, from here itself they will able to create a evaluation for the patient. So when they click on the create evaluation, during this waiting time, they will go through one nursing station or so, okay, one cabin, where they will be taking this basic information by the nurse or the responsible person. So let's say that temperature is calculated, which is 102. Again, high temperature we can say. Automatically system will take last weight and height, because there is a high possibility that there is no major fluctuation. So to save the time, we take this information by default from the last record itself. Then blood pressure, we can enter the details over here. SpO2 level is 98, let's say that. So all the basic information of the evaluation will be entered over here, and if they have any pain level also, as we discussed, that can be entered and we mark it as a done. So that evaluation is linked to this appointment, we can say. We can have a multiple evaluations also, but it will show this recent last evaluation done for this appointment. So when we are checking the records, it can be useful. If we have vital signs and symptoms, then if we are covering that, then in such a case we can use this model. This also comes from the separate module. So if we are managing all this information, that module can be used, and this information will be again entered by the nurse or the junior staff, and during the consultation doctor will be entering this physical examination. Then we have another tab is like differential diagnosis and advice. This will be entered during a consultation by the doctor. Over here we can see the disease history of the patient, which will be in the read-only mode. Whatever details we have on the patient form, that can be seen directly from here, but in the read-only mode, so doctor can have more information about patient very easily without going to the patient form. Then we have a consumed products or the services. This will be very helpful when we are giving any medicines during a consultation, is from the cabin level, doctor cabin itself, we can say. And that will be charged also in the final invoice. We will be going through that. In other information, we can have a technical fields also, like if this appointment is linked to any treatment, if there are any subscriptions linked with it, any insurance is there. So all related stuff can be seen from here. So let's say that during a waiting time, they completed a waiting. I will like to show you another thing also over here. We have a waiting screen module. So during a waiting time, that information can be seen or shown on the waiting screen on your waiting area. Let's say that this is the configuration options we have, and when we go to this waiting screen, automatically it will show us such a information, like which patient is going next. And these also are configurable, like if you want to show the patient name and the image, then that can be seen. If we remove configuration, that will be hidden automatically, and this screen will be refreshing automatically every 5 seconds or on the configured time interval. So once this patient is ready and doctor is available, doctor will mark it as in consultation. Keep in mind that all the actions will be taken by the responsible person. At the moment we are showing the demo from the single account, so we are able to see all the tabs and information, and all the buttons are available. But in the real case, when reception is booking the appointment, they will not able to see this in consultation button. That will be visible by doctor only. So when doctor is ready to take that consultation, they will just click on the in consultation, and waiting timer will be stopped and consultation timer will start. So over here, let's say that they had to wait for 3 minutes, and then consultation time is going on. After having physical examination of the patient, doctor will diagnose that okay, whatever this patient is going through, then if they can check it out, the vital signs of the patient, so they can understand very easily. Based on their diagnosis, they will give their advice to the patient. They can enter those details over here and print the related report also. If they are giving any medicines or injection from the stock itself, then we can enter those, the doctor can enter those details over here, and in the final invoice that will be added. Okay, so in this way they will able to enter all the details on the prescription level, that appointment level itself. But apart from that, there can be multiple possibilities. It is not always simple that they will be just giving some medical advices and completing a consultation. It is possible that the doctor needs to do some radiology test or the pathology test for having some conclusion for that. So for easy access, we have these buttons over here. They can just click on this pathology request and create a new request for this appointment, and they will able to do or submit the request to the radiology or laboratory department, and they will be conducting a test for the same, and related records can be sent directly from here also for in the future also. If they feel that okay, this patient is not mine or this is not my case, in such a case they can refer to another doctor also. From here they can, on the single click, they will able to refer to another doctor. Okay, and this current appointment can be closed. So if this patient is meeting to general doctor or the general physician and they need to refer to any specialty or MD, in such a case that refer to can be also used. Then we have another option, like let's say that this patient is really serious and that need to be hospitalized. So directly from here we can create a hospitalization also. We have a smart button over here to create a hospitalization. So hospitalization can be generated directly with a single click. If any physiotherapy specialty is installed and they need to have a physiotherapy uh, procedures, then we can send it to the physiotherapy also from here. In the most common cases, that doctor will be prescribing a prescription apart from the medical advice only. So from here itself we can create a new prescription. With a single click they will create a new prescription. By default it will fetch all the information of the patient and the disease from the appointment, prescription date, and everything will be there. If doctor want, they can configure different medicaments groups in a system. So in comparison, or we can say the combination of disease and doctor, we can have a medicament group, like let's say that cholera medication. So over here it can be for this disease cholera and the medication. And medication is, let's say that they will need to have one lopamide injection dosage for 4 days. So we have this medicament group over here. Now to make very easy prescription, doctors can use these medicament groups. Based on the combination, it will show available medicament groups and they can just select it and automatically medication will be prescribed over here. Based on the need, definitely they can update the quantity and related information over here without any issue very easily and complete the confirmation, or we can say the prescription. Once they confirm it, they will able to send this prescription by mail, or they can print it also. Same prescription will be visible on the pharmacy also if we have in-house pharmacy. So from the pharmacy level itself they will able to give the medicine to the patients. We have a separate video for the pharmacy also. If you want to explore the major details about that, you can go through that video. Then over here, let's say that this prescription is completed, and this prescription can be seen by the patient also from the portal view also if you wish. Let's say that if we print this and give to the patient, there will be a QR code on the prescription. That will be very helpful if any pharmacy want to cross verify that if this prescription is valid by given specific medical or hospital or not. So using this QR code, they will be able to print it or verify it from our website. So this was the basic flow how a doctor can complete the prescription and related stuff. So once prescription is done, we are back to the appointment. That means doctor completed their job and they can mark this consultation as done. Once consultation is done, they will able to complete the flow by creating a final invoice. Automatically system moved this appointment to the to invoice stage. As you know that it is very easy to find out that okay, this patient needs to be invoiced or appointment needs to be invoiced. This can be done by the doctor if it is a smaller clinic, or by the reception or accounting team if it is a bigger hospital. So responsible person will create a final invoice and register the invoice on that. Once we created an invoice, this appointment is automatically in the done stage, and now we cannot update any information this on this appointment. Everything is in read-only mode, so we can save the time, and all the statuses are updated over here, we can see for the history. So in future also, if you want to see that when this appointment was booked and when consultation was done, that can be seen very easily from here. And over here you can see that consultation time. So in our case, that consultation time was 6 minutes. Now if you plan any surgery or related stuff, that can be seen directly from the smart buttons. All this information are related to this specific appointment. On the patient form, it was showing all the details of the patient, like whatever appointments or related information are linked to that patient, it was visible from those smart buttons. Over here it will be showing the information of this patient linked to this appointment itself, not all the information. So over here we can see this final invoice, and in this final invoice, that consultation service is charged $800, and consumed product or services, whatever services we provided in the cabin, that is also charged, we given to dopamine. So total charge is this. They can confirm the invoice and register the payment using available payment options. So this was the basic flow of OPD, we can say. For the OPD, we can have a different configuration also, like based on your need, you can configure invoicing flow, that how you want to configure, charge your patient, like in advance, or maybe during any time during a consultation, or in the end. At the moment, we had a configuration to have a invoicing in the end. Okay, so this was the basic flow of OPD. There are multiple other features also, and other possibilities can be there in the OPD flow, but we are not covering to save the time. Then let's say that to have such a flow, we need to have some configuration. So let's go through the basic configurations which we will need in our HMS in order to run the system. So first of all, we will need to have all the patients registered in the system. If you are using any existing system, those patients can be imported, or if it is needed, that can be if it is a new hospital, in such a case all the patients will be created from here itself. We already seen the form, we call this is a Kanban view, and there is a list view with the basic information, and when you click on any tile, it will show you all the information. We call it as a form view. And over here we have a configuration option where you can configure the master tables, like disease or the medical alerts and related stuff. So from the single place you can configure it. In the disease, we have ICD-10 module. So if you install that ICD-10, all the disease will be loaded automatically in the system. Okay, that is the first configuration, or we can say the detail which we need in the hospital, which is a patient. Patient and physicians are always a heart of the any HMS. So over here we can manage these patient details. Then we have a physician menu. Over here we will able to see all the physicians whichever are available in our hospital, we can say, and these basic informations are available in this Kanban view, like doctor name and code and specialty and related stuff. And from the form view we will able to see all the information of the doctor, like medical education, doctor ID, name, and related information. Over here we can configure some basic information for the doctors, like if whatever their medical license is, that can be entered over here. Then if we are charging something different amount compared to the common consultation charge, then we can configure the consultation service over here. So whatever consultation service we configure over here, it will automatically take when we set that doctor on the appointment for any patient. And if we have a different follow-up service, that can be also configured. Follow-up service concept is somewhat like if we are charging like $1,000 for first appointment, and if in the 30 days patient is visiting hospital again, then they will be charging like $500 or something like that. So system will automatically calculate that if it is patient is visiting again within the 30 days, then follow-up service will be charged. So over here we can configure the follow-up service also, same as consultation service, and word round services can be also configured over here. So whenever that a doctor is consulting any IPD patient, that can be charged these 4 rounds. We can configure the default consultation time also. So based on that, whenever we are selecting this patient, automatic doctor, it will automatically set the consultation time of that. Then we can configure the department to whichever department this doctor will have access, and accordingly they will able to see the records in the system. Then we have a general information, the address and related personal information of the doctor. If we are giving commission based payment to the doctor, then we can activate this commission option, and commission rules can be configured over here. We have a separate video for that also. If you want, you can explore that. Then we back to this general information. On the general information, we can configure one more thing, that if this doctor is available to book appointment from the website itself. So in such a case, we can just configure this over here, and they will be available on the website. Then we have a personal information. In this personal information tab, we can upload the signature. So whenever they are creating any prescription or the medical advice, this signature will be automatically printed. So a digital signature can be there, and we do not need to doctor do not need to sign the each and every document manually. Okay, so these are the basic informations on the doctor. Same way, we have a option to take a picture of the doctor and upload the profile picture over here. Then we have a smart buttons over here. These smart buttons again shows the information or the medical treatments done by the doctor for the different patients. So let's say that this doctor completed 20 appointments or whatever appointments are there, that will be shown very easily from here. So all the appointments of the doctor can be seen from here. Then we have another configurable part, which is services or the medicines, we can say, which we are offering over here. So third option is services. All the services can be configured in a single place or managed from the single place offered by our hospital. Okay, that is a simple default Odoo form view with the specific details over here, like blood requisition service or maybe cleaning service of the dental or whatever services we are offering. We can manage it directly from here, and charges can be updated time to time if we need any updates. Then we have medicines. All the medicines can be loaded directly in the system. So same medicines or the data will be shared with the pharmacy as well as the doctor. So doctor can check the available stock and prescribe the medicines accordingly, or whatever medicines are prescribed by the doctor, that can be seen directly by the pharmacy, and they can give the medicines to the patient. So to be on the same page or have a simple data, we are sharing the same database over here of the medicines with both the pharmacy and the doctors. Over here we can enter all the medication related information. Our module will add this extra information, which is the medicament details, form of the medicines, and other information can be covered over here. And for all this information, we have master tables over here, so that can be configured very easily. And from the general settings, you have to just configure this product as a storable product, we can say, and consumable product can be also there. And we have to set this hospital product type as a medicament. Once we configure it as a medicament, it will show this information of the medicament details. If we hide it or change the type, it will be automatically hidden. So this way we can configure all the medication or the medicine information in the system. We can have different other information like sales, purchase, inventory, and accounting stuff also. We are not going in deep, as those are the default Odoo flows. and you can get that information directly very easily regarding that. For the medicines, this will be traceability will be very important, like normally medicines will be tracked by the lots or the serial number. If it is a injection also, there will be unique serial number, otherwise lots will be there. So such a configuration can be done for each and every medicines, and medicine database structure will be there in the system. Okay, so these basic three configurations are needed: physician, patient, and medications. Services are there, obviously. Then last step is department. So whatever departments we are managing in the system, uh, we will have that information over here. So all the departments can be configured in the system, and accordingly access will be given. So let's say that one of the department over here, we can have a management department as well as patient departments also. So if it is a patient department, we can take this option and it will give the option to configure the related information. What are the follow-up services by default for this department consultation service, as we configured on the physicians also, and in the general setting also we have option. So we have multiple option to configure. Like by default there is one service which will be as a consultation charge. On top of that, if there is any configured service on the fee that department, that will be taken. And in last, if we have any other service configured on the physician level, that will have a topmost priority. So we can have that configuration over here, and online appointment configuration is also there on the department. So we can configure all the departments in the system based on the need, and the related actions can be given to the relevant users. So these are the main for basic configurations which we need in order to start using the system. Once all these informations are entered in the system, we can start using a system without any major customization. Also, if we are going through the vanilla product, based on the need, we can do the further customization also. Like if you want to change any flows or views or forms, that can be done in the customization. As Odoo is very flexible in terms of doing customization, it will be very easy to do further changes, and it will be paid service, obviously. Then let's say that when we have done all the configurations and related stuff over here, if you are using any existing system currently for your managing HMS flows, you can export those details to the XLS or the CSV files and import it directly in the system very easily. So basic option is that this is by default Odoo option. So on all or each and every flows, it will be available. You can use that. Then for managing the access right and the general settings, we have specific option over here. Let's say that for our clinic, we have this general configuration. Over here, we can set the different parameters and the flows. What will be the different by default locations for consuming stock, then what is the default consultation service, follow-up service, till how many days we take any appointment as a follow-up days, then we can configure that. Over here we can configure the invoicing policy of our appointment in the advance, in the end, or anytime. Follow-up activity can be configured. So we have this kind of lot of other configurations available which can be configured, and if you can configure this information over here, you can avoid customization. In other systems you will not see such a rich configurable option, but over here we have tried to manage in the configuration part, so you can configure the part related information, and further customization can be avoided. You can configure the reminders, like before 1 hour, if you want to send a reminder to the patient, that can be also done. Just you have to configure this one and it will do the job. Same way we have multiple other configurations. These all are the configuration part related to the HMS only. These are added from our hospital management modules only. And the last stuff is there, which I will like to show you, is a user access right. So over here you can configure all the user access rights directly from this users menu. Again, this is a default Odoo user form view, but over here when you see, you will see this new option is added, which is allow department. Over here you can configure all the departments to whichever you want to give access. Then we have this hospital related information like pharmacy, radiology, and other hospital related access rights. Okay, so over here you can give the access to the users based on the need, and they will get the access to the relevant flows, menus, or icons, we can say. So all these access right are related to the hospital only. Here is the access right to hospital like manager, doctor, or junior doctor also. Then we can give the access to the specialty modules also. Aesthetic module, kinetic module. If we are giving any aesthetic user access, then they will able to see this aesthetic menu over here. Otherwise this menu will be hidden for that user if we have not given this access. So we have in total we have very rich access right also by default in our HMS. From here to this, all access right are related to the HMS. And benefit of having this much rich access right are that you do not need further customization to give the access, or by default user will not have all the functionality. Whichever access you have given to the user, they will able to see the relevant flows only, or the menus or icons, we can say. They will not be able to see everything in the system. At the moment we are logged in with the admin access, so they are able to see everything, but other doctors or users will have a limited menus over there and the forms and actions. In the preferences they will able to in the dashboard configurations, they will able to configure the dashboard icons and related stuff. Okay, so these are the basic configurations which can be done by the users or the system administrator in order to give proper access. Okay, so this was the basic flow of our HMS. Just we have gone through only 3 or 4 menus at the moment, but as you can see on my screen that we have many other flows which can be managed in our HMS. I would like to just go through the basic options so you can have an idea. We are not going through each and every flow in the deep at the moment, but over here we have this dashboards icon where you will able to see the HMS dashboard. Based on your access you will able to see all the information over here. Like if you are a doctor, you will have a different tiles over here. If you are a reception, you will have a different tiles, and if you are manager, you have a different tiles. So based on your access, system will show automatically this information. Then it will show all your appointments or the appointments of the system, and over here you can just do the filtration like today, this week, or this month, or till now, and accordingly it will show the details very easily. And over here you can click on this button or link and you will able to see the information very easily directly. Okay, so we have this beautiful dashboard from where you can access the system or can have a idea about the details. This discusses the default Odoo module, but that will be also very helpful in our HMS flow. Like if you have any update on the appointment or treatment or hospitalization, you can send that message on the chatter and that information will be visible over here. We can utilize the default to the functionality very easily. We already gone through this patient and physician menu. All the context obviously can be seen from here. Then we have a module for the emergency. So in the case of if we are managing a trauma center or something like that, this module can be used where we will able to manage emergency related flows. Okay, then we have a services and medication menu which we already gone through. We have option to manage the treatments. Like if any patient is coming for any specific treatment for multiple sessions, or we can say that multiple sittings, in such a case this treatment option can be used. Appointment and prescription, we already gone through it. Then we have a vaccination module also. This vaccination module adds functionality in our HMS where you can manage different vaccinations of the child or any patient, and you will have all the information like how much vaccination we have done, and related information can be there. We can configure the different vaccine and related stuff. For each and every this other icons or the menus, we have a separate tutorial or the videos, so you can go through it. Then we have a surgery. Whatever surgeries have been performed and related information will be accessible through this surgery. Hospitalization, we call it, or you can call it as a IPD also, inpatient details. So over here you will able to configure or see all the hospitalized patient in your hospital, and related information will be there. Surgery bed and wards and related stuff is there. Then OT booking, nursing flow is there. Laboratories also are there, so you can manage lab test and related information over here. Let's say that this lab request was requested by the doctor, and lab technician will accept it. Once they accept it, they can mark it as in progress. Once lab samples are collected, we collect it and go back to this, mark it is in progress. To save the time, I'm just completing the flow over here. So over here they will able to see such a lab results. So all full-fledged lab flow can be done over here. Then we have a radiology, same as the laboratory. Then we have a pharmacy module also. We can manage your pharmacy in the hospital itself very easily. They will able to see that all the customer bills or supplier bills and patient information directly from the pharmacy menu. If you want, you can use a point of sale also for managing your pharmacy. We have integration where you will able to see the prescription directly in the POS, and you can create a medication, or we can say that give the medicines directly through this prescription itself. Let's say that this new option will be there in the prescription. You will just able to select this any prescription which is available and just settle the order. So once you click on the settle the order, it will automatically add the medicine in the cart, and you can just complete the checkout. Okay, so such a option is added in the POS in our customization, or the our module we can say. Then we have other flows also, like WhatsApp integration, then SMS integration, video call for the telemedication. We have MR module for medical representative management over here. This menu is there. Then we have certification menu to manage certifications in the hospital. Let's say whatever certificates we are giving to the patient, that can be managed directly from this certification option. These all icons are related to the specialty like ophthalmology, pediatric, gynecology, aesthetic and odontology, physiotherapy. All the specialty modules are also there. This each and every module adds specific flows for those specialties. Then we have ambulance management also, blood bank management. If we are offering specific subscription to the patients, we can manage using this subscription module. Commissions will be there if we are using a commission, definitely. Then we have consent form. This can be also very useful when we are taking any consent from the patients in the using a digital signature also, and that information will be there. Patient can sign this digital consent forms directly from the system, and that will be available in the system also for the future reference. Same as for the certificates also, it will be there. You can manage your hospital website using default website builder also, and beautiful website can be built. We have a survey also, so after completing any appointment, if we wish, we can send the survey link to the patient automatically in the WhatsApp or SMS, and they can give their inputs directly there, and we can improvise our services accordingly, or we can have inputs from the patient also in terms of our services. Same way, we have a rating option also. So once we complete any appointment, we can send the rating request to the patient about our services. So both options are there. This is default Odoo functionality of inventory, where we can manage full-fledged warehouse for our hospital. Then we have a facility module also to manage daily activities and facility related flows. SMS, WhatsApp and video call by icons are there. We already gone through this waiting screen, and over here we have last icon or the menu for the HMS, where that will be useful for the hospital managers, so they can directly go through all the activities or related stuff from the single place very easily. That's it. This is the main purpose of. We have many more other HMS features also, like insurance management, invoice summary, document preview, barcode management in HMS, dental chart, then patient portal, which we have not covered in this video, but all those features are also available in our HMS. You can contact us for more further details, or if you have any other Odoo related requirements also, you can feel free to contact us.